Hi everyone, it's Saturday night with Janice. So, in this video, we're going to discuss why your construction interior design business stays small. So, you might be facing a lot of competition in your city, or despite being in an industry for 10 years, you might be struggling to get work, right? So, it's a very common problem in our space, and I meet a lot of construction contractors who don't have any work despite being in an industry for 10 years. So that's so I've thought about this problem, and with my experience of working with these companies for the past 1 year and managing their online marketing and lead generation, I have come up with a lot of frameworks, and that's what this video is going to be about. We're going to break down why this problem exists and what can we do to solve this problem. So, yeah, don't take my words lightly because I have noted down everything that I will be discussing. So it's very detailed. So make sure you have your full attention here. All right, so let's roll the video. So first thing is let's just define the problem that we have in your space, which is construction and interior design business. Number one problem that you have is um, you are in an industry for 10 years, all right? So let me just uh, write the problem. So number one problem. All right, so let me just write it down. So the number one problem you have in your industry is. So guys, uh, yeah, so number one problem that you have in your industry is you are in your industry for a decade. Let's say you are in your industry for 10 years, right? But you still struggle to find work. So you struggle to find the work. You don't have a, you don't have a pipeline of work for the next year. And you have to rely on lead generation websites or some kind of agencies to, provide you with leads. So that's the number one problem is despite being in an industry for, uh, more than a decade, you still struggle to find work. That's problem number one. And problem number two is you are always competing with newcomers. Um, a lot of you have a lot of contractors, new contractors who come into the industry, and you have to compete with them in terms of price and getting the businesses of those homeowners. So it's a very big problem. So number two problem is you have to compete with you have to you have to compete with newcomers. So this is the true problem that you guys face, or you girls face in your industry. Yeah, that's the problem, and we're going to break down why this problem exists. So first is let's break down the easier, let's break down the reason why the problem number two exists because it's easier to understand. So you have to compete with newcomers. Why is that? Because you operate in a commoditized, you operate in a commoditized market. But um, so what I mean by that is people prefer quality, but their decision is heavily based on price. That's why a newcomer can come in and they can just pitch lower hourly rate, or they can pitch lower project cost, and homeowners will a lot of people there are a lot of people who will just go with that low pitch. So that's why you have a lot of competition, because any newcomer can come in and just despite being in an industry for 2 3 years and having a lot more smaller portfolio, they can take your job, they can take your work. So That's the number. That's the reason why number two problem exists. So I hope you understand why this number two problem exists, and we're gonna talk about why this exists. How can we, what can we do to, you know, fight it in the second thing. So this is problem number two. So I hope you understand. So let's understand why problem number one exists. You struggle to find the work despite being in an industry for a decade, and it's not it's not the case for a lot of market, especially in our market like agencies. When I first signed my client, when I first signed my five clients, a lot of them left me, but I still have three clients who work with me. So my first of my first five clients, those three who I did a good job, for they still work with me, right? But and I don't have to I don't have to look for new clients to just maintain my business revenue. It's not like that. But for you, it's different, right? You if you do five jobs, so let me just write it. Let me just do it. So if you are in, so let's say if you are, if you just do, if you do just do the great work for your first five clients, they will just go anyways because a lot of your projects are one-off, right? So which means you have to look for a new stream of work every single cycle, every single business cycle, every single quarter. So that's the problem. What I mean by that is if I draw mathematically, so I some math is coming up, but don't get scared. It's very easy to understand. So let's say I'm a marketing agency and I have five clients and I do good job and I keep um, all five of them very hypothetical, but let's just assume for it now. So if I click five and if I just do good work for them, and for the next business cycle or next year, I don't search for new client. I just maintain my work and maintain those clients. I don't have to do any single fucking work, any single new marketing to get to maintain my business revenue, which means if I just add two, three clients accidentally from referrals or anything, my business will grow anyways. So that's the kind of model that we have for agencies. So this is for any kind of recurring revenue agencies like marketing agencies or just you know or accounting or any kind of recurring if you have any kind of recurring offer, uh, you have a compounding element in your business, which means you do if you just do good job and just try to maintain the your existing clients, your business will grow because you'll get referrals and with your existing client plus some new clients that come from referral, your business will grow exponentially. So that's the number one, that's the thing that in especially in recurring business models we have a compounding element, but for you it's different right? So if you just do five good job if you just do five projects, right, and you do very good job, now you and for and the next month or let's say next cycle you don't have any jobs, which means you have to constantly look for new uh, new inspection, you have to constantly look for new leads to just maintain your business. So we are not even talking about um, we're not even talking about growing your business, we're just talking about maintaining your business. Just to maintain your business revenue, you have to constantly look for new leads, new estimations. So it's a very difficult business model to run. So uh, so just to maintain the your business revenue, you have to look for five clients every single cycle. That's a very difficult part. You have to do the good job for your existing clients, which means you just manage the project and you have everything, and on the other side you have to follow up with your leads. You have to do estimation, you have to do inspection, and and prepare quotations and do everything, and do also marketing. You have to generate those leads through marketing or pay someone um, some lead generation website, and it's a very headache thing, right? That's the kind of model that you have in trade businesses, especially one of kind of one of offer so if you have a one of offer, let's say you do project one, so that's that's the model you operate in. So it's a very difficult business model. That's why you struggle, because you might do a good job, uh, you might have done a good job for 10 years, and you might be getting referral, but your referral are just enough to maintain your business revenue. So that's the problem, that's the reason why problem number one exists. So I hope you understand the uh, reason why these two problem exist. And um and yeah, so this is the reason why. So just to summarize, let's just summarize the problem, and now we're gonna discuss what's the solution. So number one problem, which is you struggle to find the work despite being in an industry for 10 years. This exists because you don't have any compounding element in your business. Even if you do good job and you get constant referrals, your referrals are enough, just enough to maintain your business revenue. You can grow your business, it's just enough to maintain your business revenue. That's problem number one, and that's the reason why you struggle to find work, because there are a lot of contractors who don't do good job and they don't get referral and their business die out. That's the problem number one. So the reason why problem number two is that exist, which is you have to compete with newcomers, is you are in a commoditized market, which means any newcomer, you are in a commoditized service market, which means any newcomer can come in and say, hey, this guy says he can do it for $20 per hour. I'm gonna do it for 15, and he'll just take your work, right? So that's the so that's a very difficult thing that you have to you know face, and it's just the nature of market, right? You can't do anything about it, except for uh, except for fighting it. So let's just once I hope you understand the problem. Now let's jump into solution. How are we gonna fight problem number one, problem number two, and how are you gonna grow a successful business in your city? How can you grow a successful construction interior design business in your city? Because I'll be honest, you can grow a monopoly in this market. It's just the nature of business that does not allow monopoly, which means you'll never have. It's never in a history you ever had a construction and interior design business that was taking all the business in a city. Even in a perfectly even if you run a perfect even if you run every single detail perfectly in your construction and interior design business, you at max can just get 10% or 30% of the work, right? 10 to 30% of the work in your city. You will never be able to build a monopoly. It's just the nature of market that does not allow monopoly, and you always have to face new competition. But you can run a very successful business, which means you can be the best construction and interior design company. You can be the biggest construction and interior design company, and um, that's what I'm going to show you how you can do it. So let's just discuss what you can do to eliminate problem number one. So the problem number one is you are you're you're constantly running out of clients, and you have to look for new clients. So the only way you're gonna ever be able to have a compounding business, which means your business will grow, is that first you have to be able to constantly get new clients, and also get more clients every single month. That's the key insight. Which means if you got, let's say, 5 projects in month one, you have to um, find a way to get 12 in the next next few months. So you need to have some kind of a lead marketing system that allows you to get more clients every single month. Which means, let's say you are in your first year of running business and you are getting 5 clients. In your year 10, if you want to have a very big business, you have to have a very big effective marketing system or lead generation system that allows you to constantly get at least 40 to 50 clients every single month, 40 to 50 um, projects every single month. And there's only one way to do it. So ads, the nature of ads is kind of linear. So let's say you invest $5,000, you get 10 projects. You invest $10,000, you get 20 projects. That's it. Ads are very linear, so it's a very difficult thing. But branding is something that's very different. Branding is a compounding thing, which means, um, you know, you might be investing a lot of money initially to just get some attraction into your business, or some eyeballs into your business. But as you just invest more time into your business, eventually you might have the same hard cost in your business, which includes, content, videographer, and editors and everything, strategist. But you'll be getting a lot of eyeballs, which means, despite being having the same investment, you'll be getting more return. And it's the nature of branding that allows you to do that. So, the answer to the problem number one is branding. You need to build a very strong personal or business brand in your city to have a system that allows you to constantly get more leads than any of your competition, and subsequently sign more projects every single business cycle. That's it. That's the only reason. That's the only way you're gonna ever be able to have a grown business, which which is you have to have a very good marketing system. And that's why, that's what we do with our clients as well. What we do initially is we run ads. So we run direct ads, and we get few projects just to kick the business off. And then after 6 months, we start branding campaigns, which means we show their work, and we do a lot of educational content, and just get the viewers engaged. And once we do that for next 4 or 5 years, they'll be able to get much more return in their campaign, just because now everybody in their city knows them. And um, you know they are just a well-known brand. So that's how they're able to grow their business. So so I have, you understand what's the solution to problem number one. Problem number one is The solution to problem number one is, first, you cannot rely just on referrals. You have to Initially you can do direct response ad, or you can pay somebody, some lead generation website or agency to get leads for you. Second is, for the longer game, longer term, you have to focus on branding. You have to focus on longer term marketing. So that's the solution. Let me just write it down. So, solution to problem number one is run ads, or let's say run ads initially, just to kick your business off and get few cash reserves. And then run branded campaign. Right. So this is the solution to problem number one. And let's discuss what you can do to problem number two. And it's very easy, it's not complicated. So, let me just. So the solution to problem number two, and the problem number two is you have to compete with newcomers. So the solution to problem number two is you have to have a fair pricing. That's the only way. So if customers value price, if customers value dollars, if they like to save some money in their home improvement or their interior design, you have to give them what they want, which is fair pricing. Right? Fair pricing. You have to give them what they want. And how you're gonna do it is you you know how much each newcomer charge. And you know how much you know what every company in your city charges, right? um, and Yeah, so you have to constantly look after the pricing of your competitors, and have a fair pricing, which I'm not saying is you have to have the lowest pricing, because you don't want to come out cheap, but you don't also want to come out very very expensive, right? Because people don't want to overpay for services. So that's how you're gonna have a that's how you're going to solve problem number two. Is if you don't want to compete with newcomers, at least try to have a fair pricing, which means, just try to at least match the pricing of their competitors. And your leads, your prospect will see that, right? Here is a very experienced company which is charging the same amount as this newcomer, and you have all the experience, you have all the expertise, you have all the portfolios, and that newcomer, he just some graduate out of interior design college, or just he just graduated, and he just bought his license. Who do you think will take the work, right? It's the experienced one, right? So that's what it is. So I hope you like this video, and um, yeah, everything is clear to you. So first is focus on running. Just just rely on referrals. Try to run ads initially. Try to get a bunch of leads initially and have a lot of cash, and then run branded campaigns for the long term in your city. Second is have a fair pricing. Constantly know what your competitors are charging in your area, and try to at least match the price, and think in terms of your prospect, and walk them through the journey, so that they can take the best decision. Because if you are the best contractor, interior designer, they deserve to work with you, right? So yeah, if you are wondering what we do, so we actually help construction and interior design businesses with their marketing. So we run ads for them, and we then do branded campaigns for the long term, and we help them with their business strategies. So that's what my focus is. I'm trying to work with some of the best contractors in every single city, great city, and yeah, build a great trade business. Learn how to build a great trade business. So that's what I'm focusing on. And if you would like to, if you would like to, if you like us to help you with your business, then what you can do is you can just check out the description of this video, and you'll see a link to our website. Go to the website, fill out the details, and we'll be in touch. So yeah, that's all for it.